Hi, my name is Ethan Wilkinson. I'm a fourth year Italian and Spanish joint honours student, and I've just got back from my year abroad. I spent the first semester of my year abroad at the University of Valencia in Spain, and then I did an internship for the second semester in the city of Milan in Italy. Well, after having spent the first semester studying at the University of Valencia, I decided that I wanted a different experience. So I spent quite a while looking for internships in Milan. Once I decided where I was living and where I wanted to be, then I started looking on the internet. I used Google was the main source of internships, and I did a lot of CVs and making inquiries, and eventually I found an internship with an Italian non-governmental organisation that specialised in children's rights, and they were very keen to recruit me because I was willing to work for free, and I was willing to help out with all of the English language translations and things like that because none of them spoke English. I really enjoyed the internship, and I would definitely recommend people do a work experience placement. The University of Valencia was incredible. I really enjoyed it. I was quite apprehensive before I went to Spain because I was an ex-beginner's Spanish student, so I didn't feel my Spanish was A, as good as my Italian, and B, as good as the other Spanish language students. But the University of Valencia was amazing. The city is very similar to Cardiff, that it's on the coast, that it's quite compact, quite cheap. It was quite good that there were lots of regional differences. You have a big Spanish influence and a big regional influence, just like you have here in Wales. In terms of the university was fantastic. It was surprisingly extremely organised. There was a lot of Erasmus students that come to this university, and they had an Erasmus-specific timetable, so I chose all of my modules from that. The best part of my year abroad was that I went on my year abroad with my partner, with my wife, that she's also a fellow student here at the university, and she took a vacation of studies to come with me. And we also had a baby in Valencia. So I think that was arguably the best part of my year abroad. The main challenges that I faced were accommodation, because I was in a slightly different situation. I wanted to have accommodation sorted before I arrived in both places, but thanks to internet services that was quite easy to find accommodation. In Spain, I found the language initially quite difficult, especially because I was I needed to learn vocab that I hadn't been taught by my teachers that are specific to my situation in terms of healthcare. So that was quite difficult, and sorting out all of the paperwork that's involved in Spain and their Spanish healthcare system. And then in Italy, the same again, that was even worse. It was very much a case of who you knew rather than what you knew. So obviously, I researched how to register with a doctor, but it came to the point that because of my friend, I was able to register with a doctor rather than adhering to the process that was established. Absolutely, I'm absolutely gutted that I'm now back. It was definitely the best part of my degree. It was the part of the degree that I was looking forward to the most, and I would definitely recommend that anybody does a year abroad. Personally, I have gained a baby that my family has grown, and academically I was able to gain some really good results from both the University of Valencia and from doing a work placement report in Italy, which will go towards 10% of my degree. Professionally, I set up my own business. I gained a TEFL, a Teaching English as a Foreign Language qualification that allowed me to earn quite a lot of extra money when I was in Italy. I gained a C1 Spanish language certificate, so that my Spanish improved drastically. And now that I'm applying for jobs, all of the soft and hard skills that they're looking for, all of the experiences and the competencies that they ask for, the year abroad is absolutely applicable to every single of the questions. If you're considering doing a year abroad and studying languages, I would just go for it. I know that sometimes we can feel quite apprehensive because of the unknown, but that's the whole point of the experience, is that you gain all of these skills that you would not have if you were to stay in the UK. I would try and make the most of your experience, whether that be having a study placement or a work placement, and combine the two. Making most of the money that you're getting from the European Union by travelling. You're welcome.